Hello and welcome to another girls workout. Today we're hanging out with Paula and she's all about the core. We are going to use your dumbbell as much as possible, but there's only a few exercises where that's incorporated. So we're going to start off as usual with an arm circle, toe touch, and then round spine rolling up. Just this part, we are going to get to the other half of this juicy exercise later on. Everything is a minute. And it's a one and done, starting at the top and then working our way down. A few different ones in there than what you would expect, but some of the crowd favorites remain just because they have significance for a nice full core workout today. Now, it's not just about doing reps and sit-ups and feeling sore, but it's about getting the movement in and working through your range of motion. So keep that in mind. Yeah, you probably are going to feel a little bit sore and tight afterwards through the core, but we're here for more than just abs or, sick abs or whatever you're obsessed with. Good. And look alive, people, because these things only have 10 seconds to know what you're doing next. Next thing, we've got feet together, pulling up nice and tall. We're going to do a side reach. So lift up and reach down one side, as opposed to shrinking through the closer side. Think about lengthening out of the further away side. So breathe in, grow up tall in the middle and reach down, but don't be in a rush to really squish yourself down. Stay nice and long. Think Pilates thoughts. Pilates Paula, let's call her. Now just pay attention to your ankles. If we're not aware, sometimes the ankles can do weird things to compensate. So just keep your feet grounded and just lengthening from the hip all the way up to the shoulder. Now this area often gets quite tight, so I think you'll be a little bit fascinated even with how much stretching you can feel or how tight your sides feel, and not being sure about what you did to them, and often the answer is we didn't do anything. That's the problem. Good. Being here is the right thing to do. Grab your dumbbell if you have it. If you don't have it, just do this without the dumbbell. It literally is not a problem at all. Feet parallel. Turn them. They're still parallel. Dumbbell in the hand that's on like this popped leg. Other arm, put it on your hip. You're just going to reach down and then breathe out up to the top. Sorry, that was a lot. I didn't explain it very well. Breathe in on the way down. Only bending your front leg. Breathe out on the way up to the top. So you like the little teapot. Breathe in and breathe out. This is kind of an extension of those side reaches. So you're just reaching further. And we're adding some resistance. But just think about lengthening through that furthest away side. Breathe in and breathe out. Try not to push that dumbbell off the bottom. And don't feel like you have to reach all the way down. You want to keep your body, but feel like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. So if you had a wall in front of you and a wall behind you, and you couldn't lean forwards, you could only go down sideways. Good. Feet back to parallel, reset them, toes in line, turn the other way, still parallel. Dumbbell in the other hand, hand on your hip, pop your hip, breathe in, reach down, and then up to the top. Some other things to focus on here, just make sure that that front knee, the one that's bending, isn't rolling in. You'll know if you're tight through your inside leggies that the knee wants to pull in. So just do darndest, work through your hips to push your knee basically behind you and keep that one open. Just be aware, there's a lot of moving parts here. Seems like an easy exercise. It's really not. One more. Good. Once you've done that last rep, just ditch the dumbbell off to the side. Go to the back of your mat. We're just going to do the walkout portion. So bend down, touch it towards your toes, walk your hands out, go further than the push-up position. See if you can reach to the edge of your mat. Keep your spine pulled in, tailbone tucked under, then pushing through the heel of your hand just to the toe touch position, and then walk it out again. Now if you want to be a little bit more vigorous, be my guest. Still go through that nice full range of motion. And just make sure you got nice big hands, so you're pushing through your fingertips, not just through the heel of your hand. Good. And just bring yourself down to your knees. We're going to do some tabletop holds, so holding for 5 seconds and then coming down. So belly button in, shoulders away from ears, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, hold 5, belly button in, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Really think about lengthening through your spine, drawing your belly button in. Up you go again, hold 5, knees just off the floor, 4, 3, put your shoulders away from your ears, 2, 1, and relax. And up again, belly button in, hold 5, 4, pushing the floor away from you, 3, 2, 1, knees down. And again, shoulders, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, good, knees down. We've got time for one more. Up you hold, 5, 4, 3 is a fast one, 2, 1, good. Knees down, but don't go far. We're going to do your birdie dog, so this opposite arm, opposite leg. Lengthens and stretches, create length, and then lift, and then draw it back in. Other opposite arm, opposite leg goes. We want to make sure you've got balance first, so spend the time to stretch it out, pushing through the floor, and then just lifting to horizontal-ish. It's hard because you can't really see yourself, but we're not, pushing, kicking, overdoing it. We're not changing our core shape from your shoulders to your hips. So only lift the arm and leg off the floor if you can stay nice and balanced and in control. Otherwise, you can just do the pointing part. That's fine. Shoulders away from ears. Make sure there's a little gap between your knees and a little gap between your thumbs as well. And prioritize length and tallness. Height, yeah, that'll work. Good. Alrighty, we're going to flip you over onto your back. Grab that dumbbell again. It's going to be involved in this next exercise. Be careful. Lift it above your head. Have a good grip on it. Breathing out and lifting up as tall as you can towards the ceiling. Roof reaches. This can very easily be done without the dumbbell as well. And if you are holding onto a dumbbell, bloody be careful. Good. You can probably hear my breath here. Exhale on the hard part. So exhale as you lift up. Take away the momentum and then just breathe in as you come back down. Great. All right. This last one, we're doing a double leg lower. We don't often do double leg. I'm going to just lift my hips, take my hands under my hips, knees bent, heels go down, belly button in, spine down, slowly back up to the top. So there's a couple of things happening here. Keeping your spine pressed down, that is your number one priority. Otherwise, you're not doing or engaging in the core the way you need to get the results that you're looking for. Secondly, the legs are just moving slow and they are bent. My heels come in really close to my hips. So the further they are away, the harder it is. And we just start to lose that engagement. So if I'm doing it like this, you're probably doing it like this too. It's fine. We want to really prioritize good core activation, appropriate body positioning, not just what feels hard. Because I can guarantee you're not going to feel it in the right places. Good. And it's going to cause dysfunction. Cool. Keep that up just nice and slow. If it starts to get too hard, just reduce your range of motion. So maybe you're not going all the way to the floor. But there's the timer anyways. So the last thing you're going to do, let me take you off. We're just going to flip you over into your push-up position. Yeah, don't get, well, this isn't a push-up position. What's this? C-line. Well, it's not going to stay there. You're going to draw your belly button in through your spine, push back, heels down, and then just rolling forwards into that stretchy position again. So you're just going to keep alternating those. Go as slow or as fast as you want. This is technically your stretch. Just pushing shoulders away from ears, growing nice and tall. Belly button goes in, pulls backwards. Good. Bend. We're going to leave it there. This was definitely a 10-minute workout today, so well done. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hope your core loves you for doing that. My name's Elise, that was Paula, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.